Hello, hello, Beachbody champions. I'm going to give this a minute for people to pop on. Give me some comments, give me some likes if you can see and hear me. Let me go on my phone and make sure that I'm showing as being live. Yes, I am. Hello, Kaylee. Thank you for the comments. Can you hear me good? Hey, Tangi. That's my girl. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Liz. I'm so excited to work with you guys today. Oh my gosh. How is everyone doing? It is Tuesday. I'm usually at work right now, you guys. Make sure you guys have your water. We're ready to go. Make sure you use the bathroom. Hey, Virginia. You guys tag your sponsor coach. Like, I want to see, let your coaches know that you are here putting in work. Virginia is my sponsor coach, also one of my best friends, and she is hopping on supporting me. So tag your sponsor coach. Abby, hey girl, that's my success partner. All right, guys, I'm going to give it one more minute for people to pop on, and then we're going to get right to it. I'm excited to work with you guys today. All right, I see some of Mariah's coaches popping on. Yes. Tag those sponsors. You guys are about to put in work. You're about to move your businesses forward, and any one of your sponsor coaches would be happy to see that. Trust me. All right, so let me do a quick introduction of myself. My name is Alexandria Watson, and I am the founder of Team Acmatic, and we are a two-star diamond team. If you've never heard the word acmatic before, acmatic means to the highest degree, point, pinnacle, climax. And that is what we are pushing for in every level of our lives. So I was like, this is the most perfect word for my squad. So that's what my team is called, guys. I am a full time pharmacist and a part time coach. I started this business 4 years ago as a discount coach slash hobby coach. I just wanted to get in shape for myself. I had 20 pounds I wanted to drop, and I saw my friend doing it. So I was like, okay, the only way I'm going to actually drop this 20 pounds and stick with it is if I become a coach, because I know that you have to share your stuff on social. And so I was like, okay, sign me up. I kind of dabbled here and there in the business. Money obviously wasn't something I was necessarily needing as a full time pharmacist, but I saw the potential in the business. So about 2 years ago, I decided, you know what? You're sitting on a gold mine, get your life together. So that's when I officially started coaching. I think there's a name for that. I forgot what people call it, but there's like your sign up date and then like the date you actually decide to work the business, or like the day you actually decide to go all in. For me, that was a couple years ago. With coaching, I had to find my own belief first. My first year in the business, I fell in love with the programs and the products. That's so, so important on you guys' journey. Year two in the business for me was a healing time because I actually lost my baby sister in a head on head collision within my first year of coaching. And I truly leaned on these programs, these products, this community to get through that season in my life. So that was huge for me. And after I went through that season, and this was a huge part of my healing, I just knew that I had the greatest gift to give to people, and that it could not just only change their lives, but it could save their lives and completely transform who they are as a person. I don't know about you guys, but before I became a coach, I used to look at each year and be like, what are these goals? How are people growing so much year by year? I don't understand. I feel like the same person every year. But when I started coaching, every single year that passes, you guys, like, and I look back at myself the year previously, leaps and bounds, completely different girl. Who I signed up as versus who I am now is insanely different. And that's what I love about this. It's about you and your growth and your development as a person. So I'm super excited to get to share with you guys and work alongside you. I'm basically going to take you through a power hour. Sorry, not power hour. We are calling it an action hour. I'm going to take you guys through an action hour that I would go through with a brand new coach, just to walk you guys through what I do on a daily basis. And kind of how my business is set up is because I'm a full-time pharmacist, I'm an essential worker, I work at a hospital. Kind of an insight into my life. My commute to and from work is about 45 minutes. That makes my work days 12-hour work days. So the way that I fit in this business is I get up earlier. For me, I found a deeper reason why I'm doing this that goes way outside of just physical transformation, right? So, with my deep why and the lifestyle that I'm trying to create for myself of not only financial freedom, but time freedom, being able to do what I want when I want. So, like, that's the dream for me. So, I have established a routine in my life that makes me eliminate my excuses and work on my dream work first, because my goal is to become a full-time coach, and I actually am stepping away from full-time pharmacy at the end of this year. So 2021, your girl is gonna be a full-time coach, part-time pharmacist, okay? So the way that I step into this is I get up earlier, you guys. I usually get up between 3:30 a.m. and 4 a.m. and I spend about half an hour on my morning routine. I really like meditation. I like visualization. I like devotionals. I like prayer. I like to just get myself focused on what's happening for that day. Then from 4:30 to 5:30, I am live action hour, going ham, rocking my business for 1 hour. And then I get my workout in around 5:45, and then I shower and I head to work for the day. At the end of my workday, when I get home, I usually have an hour and a half to 2 hours before I need to be winding down for bed. And that's the time when I pop back in, check my messages, and answer messages. So I definitely break up my coach work throughout the day. If I have time, my lunch breaks are super short, they're 30 minutes. But guys, like, I will take the first 10 minutes and answer messages that have popped up in my DMs, and then I'll just scarf down my food and back into work I go. So I kind of power pocket, but I also really try to get a solid hour of business work done in the morning. And that way, if I do forget something, I have the evening to kind of catch up and finish up. So that's kind of how my day is set up. And I want to talk about the fact that this is Team Cup Month, you guys. Like, how exciting. I hope everyone who's on here is on a team. If you're not, that's okay. We do this twice a year. It's going to happen again in February. So this month, if you're on a team, I have some tips for you guys. I want to make sure that you are set up for success. We are a third of the way through August already. Time is flying. So make sure that you are meeting up with your group every single week. Make sure you guys have a group chat going where you're encouraging one another, motivating one another, and just celebrating one another's wins. Make sure that you have a group. Make sure you have a bod group, you guys. You got to have one. If you're an admin and your sponsors, that's okay too. But make sure you have a group going so that that's something you're inviting to. And make sure that you guys are tracking your business. The most updated Success Club business activity tracker is in Unit 2 of the Beachbody Champions page. So make sure that you hop in here, go to Unit 2, get that printed out if you don't have it already. If you're on a Team Cup team, you guys should have gotten a workbook in your email. If you did not see this, you're missing out. You need to go to the email for your Team Cup, print this out. It has so much value, and there's no way, if you're following this, you're not going to see success in your business because it sets you up. There's Success Club business activity trackers in here that you can follow, and it has so much more. And remember, you guys, the updated one has the Shakeology tracker as well, okay? So that's in unit 2 of this page. Now, we're going to dive into working because I want to spend the rest of the time maximizing the time we have with actually building our businesses. So the first thing we are going to do is the one thing that I despised doing when I first became a coach because I didn't have the right mindset around it, and that is inviting. That is the one thing that guarantee is going to move your business forward. So we're going to do that first thing. And the first thing I want to talk about with you guys is your mindset. When you go into inviting, you need to have the right mindset. I want you guys to set the vibe up. I want you to set the tone if you can. For me, that includes having a candle because, yes, candles. And I have my water, and usually I'm blasting music, much to the dismay of my husband if he's home. But that gets me in the vibe, and I'm hyped to work, right? So set the vibe. And then when it comes to personal development for inviting you guys, my coaches, every single one of them, hands down, I tell them to listen to Building Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. And that can be found on YouTube. It is about an hour long, and it is going to introduce you to the principles of what we're doing here. Because what we're doing is we're sowing seeds. We're sowing seeds so that we can reap a harvest, okay? And Jim Rohn is the best guy to explain that. I want every single new coach on here to go listen to that because it's going to help you with your mindset moving forward with inviting. Now, what you guys are going to care about during this time is finding the person who needs you, finding the person who needs and wants what we have to offer, okay? Because it is a gift. It can completely change people's lives. No matter where you are in your business, you can already see the changes that it's making for you. So remember that this is a gift and that you are looking for the one girl, just one. All you need is one girl who needs and wants what you have to offer. You just need one yes. So that's what our focus is going to be. And we're going to be pretty emotionless with this. This is how you can treat inviting is when you go to work each day, there's certain things you have to do when you start your day, right? Like when I go to the pharmacy, there's certain opening duties you have to do before you open up the window. There's certain things when you sit down to do your work that just need to get done. And this needs to be that in your business. Your business can't even open without you taking care of these few little things first. And that's what inviting is. So we are going to focus today on inviting either to Muscle Burns Fat or inviting to coaching if this is your week to invite to coaching, or if this is your week to invite to one of your free groups, do that, okay? So we are going to choose that focus for this week, and that's what we're going to be inviting to today. Who we are going to invite is going to be people from our stories, as well as people from our post, our most recent posts. And if you've already invited everyone from those two places, then it's time to dive into your followers, because if people are following me, then we're best friends and they just don't know it yet. So therefore, it's time for us to connect, right? And it's time for me to reach out to them, because if they followed me, if you go to my page, I pretty much talk about the same things. So if you're following me, that means you like my content and we're already friends. Thank you for Christine for popping that YouTube link in there for everyone to check out. Now, how we are going to invite is I am going to make you guys put your blinders on. We're going to Instagram because that's my jam. That's where I built my business. My Facebook actually got hacked earlier this summer, so I'm rebuilding that right now. I never really used it that much for my business. So we're going to be using Instagram. And some ways, I'm going to put some examples in the chat that I use to invite for the newer coaches. Just kind of make it your own, make it sound like yourself. Use the words that work best for you. I will use regular messages. Some days I'll use a quick voice note if it's someone that I know and I just want to send a quick message. Something that I've been doing recently, this year pretty much, that I found saved time for me as a full-time pharmacist with not a lot of time to work, is just creating a video, right? So I like to personalize my invites with a name. And for the video, if I'm sending a mass video to people, then I will still say their name first, and then I'll send the video that I made. And I'll give you guys an example of that as well, so you can kind of see what that would look like. And then remember, you guys, there's no perfect script. At the end of the day, if you are inviting, it doesn't matter what you say to the right person. So just keep that in mind. Don't feel weird about inviting, and we're just going through the motions right now, okay? So I'm going to set my timer for 15 minutes of inviting. I'm going to put the examples in the chat, and I'm also going to give you guys an example of a video invite that I would send to someone. Hey sis, I hope you're having an amazing day. I wanted to reach out to you and see if you had heard or saw that I am enrolling for my next Fit Club for the month of August. And I just wanted to reach out to you and see if that's something that you're interested in, if you'd want some details. If so, let me know. I can totally send you a link to some information about it. Quick, simple. I put their name first and then I send that message. So we are plugging and chugging, and we're going to send as many invites as we can in the next 15 minutes. If you guys don't have a script, that's okay. Just check out the ones that I'm about to drop in the chat. Starting now. All right, time's up, you guys. Also, I forgot to mention what I'm covering in my action hour are the invite part of your tracker, the follow-up, as well as the initiate connection section. So that's kind of our focus for this time right now. Now we are going on to follow-ups. We're going to do that for 10 minutes. Follow-ups are basically anyone that you've invited previously, and that's why it's important to track, you guys. I do use the Moira Kusaba. Been using this for a couple years now. It helped me track my business. I'm still pen and paper. Keep it super simple. What that looks like for me is, let's just say I'm sending out invites, right, every day like I'm supposed to. There's 2 sections on this planner, and you can do this on a regular notebook piece of paper. There's the coach hot list and the customer hot list. People only make it to my hot list if they say they are interested in more information. I don't care about anybody who tells me no. I don't care about anybody who is not interested or who ghosts me. I literally couldn't even tell you who ghosted me because I'm just constantly inviting people. And the only people who I write down are the people who did express some type of interest. So when it's time to follow up, I'll go back to these pages for every month and just start to work my way through the people who weren't ready the previous month or 2 months ago or 3 months ago. And you can just go back like however long you please. If you've been doing the business a while, you know it's endless. You'll never run out of follow-ups. So just make sure that you're doing that inviting, because that's what's going to lead to your follow-ups. So this can be, once again, for coaching or for one of your groups, one of your BOD groups. And if you don't have anyone to follow up with right now, customer wise or coach wise, I would just follow up with people in your group. Anyone who you've gotten started with a challenge pack, or you've gotten started with Beachbody On Demand, or any of your Shakeology customers. So use this time to kind of check in with them, see how they're doing. I'm going to give you guys some examples here in the chat. Remember that it's Team Cup month for my Team Cup people who are on a team. This is a really good invite that I remember from last year. Who was it? I think it was Miguel was on the National Wake Up Call, and he used this follow-up, and I really, really liked it. Check the chat to see it. It basically says, hey, blank, as a leader in the company, I've been giving 3 promo codes this month to give to ladies who are ready to commit to start their journey. You were one of the first ladies interested in my last group, so I wanted to offer one to you first. This will take $20 off of the challenge packs that I sent you previously. I still have 2 left. Is now a better time for you? It's so important to put a time limit, to create a sense of urgency when you're doing follow-ups. So be sure to do that. I'll put a couple more examples in there. And once again, you can do a video. I'll give you guys an example, but I'm going to start the timer now so we don't run out of time. 10 minutes starting now, and I'll show you a quick example video as well. So I know it's been a while since we spoke, but I wanted to reach out to you and let you know that with a new season comes a new online health and fitness challenge. And you came into my mind as one of the first people who I'm like, dang, like, I know she hasn't tried this yet. I know she was interested previously, and I just want to give you the opportunity to have one of the spots coming up here. We are going to be focusing on either fitness programs or our nutrition. So if you fall into any of those categories where you're really trying to build habits around either of those and just that consistency aspect, let me know, because I would love to have you join our online community and try this out for yourself to see if it could be for you too. So totally no pressure. If this is not the right time for you, or you're just not ready, I totally understand. No pressure. But I'm like, reach out to her one last time before this next month starts. You never know. And yeah, I just wanted to let you know that you are so welcome here, and to ask you if you're ready. So super simple, guys. Just be yourself. right. Follow-ups are finished. Next, we are going to be using Instagram for what it was made for, being social, saying hey to people, commenting on stuff, and just having some fun. So, what we are going to be doing is adding new friends as well as making connections with specific people, right? So, for adding new friends for 5 minutes, what I want you guys to do is to go to a friend's page that who's not a coach. So, think back to someone you're following from high school or college who you know is not a coach, who you can go to her people that she is following. And you're going to just go down the list and start following ladies on there for 5 minutes. If the page is private, you can kind of gauge if it would be someone that you would be interested in being friends with just from their bio and if they have a nice photo. If they do have a page, awesome. Go in there, just do a quick swipe. Does she look like my type of person? If so, follow her. But this is basically following friends of friends. And these are the people who are going to be most likely to connect back with you and follow your page back as newer coaches because you have established that person who you're connected to. I know for me, when people follow me, sometimes I'll go to who they're following and see if we have any mutual friends. So this is a great place to find more people like you with similar interests. So for 5 minutes, we're going to do that really quickly. Just follow as many ladies as you can. All right, timer went off. Something else that I'm looking at when I'm doing this is for the people who are not private, I'm checking to see when their last Instagram post was. So if they haven't posted since 2019, I'm probably not going to follow them. If they seem like, they are kind of negative or like all of their quotes aren't really positive, I'm not going to follow them. These are really people who I'm looking at what I can see from what I can tell. I would be friends with you for sure. Like, I want to meet you. I'd like to get to know you, that type of thing. So just be sure when you're looking at it, look at the basic things about their profile. If they only have 4 posts, yeah, not going to follow them, right? So we want to follow people who are also engaging and using Instagram for what it's used for. So keep that in mind when you are following other accounts. There are several other ways to add followers. If you're not currently adding to your circle of influence, you can use hashtags. You can use people's pages that you follow, that you like, that you know your type of people probably hang out at those types of pages as well, based on your interests, right? So for me, I am a frontline worker, healthcare provider, I'm a pharmacist. I had been on a debt free journey for the past 5 years. I'm a new wife as of the past year and a half. So, just things that describe you in this season of your life, and these things will change. So, you can kind of search for other pages that have similar interests as you, as well as hashtags, okay? But this is just basics for your own circle of influence. Remember, as a coach, you are the only person who can reach your people, right? So the person who you just went to and their followers that you just went to, there's no way I'm connected to them in any way, shape, or form. Only you are. Only you can find the women in that circle, in your circle of influence, who need and want what you have to offer. You're the only person who can do that for them. So just be sure that you take it seriously when it comes to your circle of influence, and remember that no other coach can touch that. There are millions and millions of people in the United States alone, and as well as Canada, UK, France. Like, there's just so many people out there. Don't think for 1 minute that there's not someone who needs your help, and that anybody else can help the people who you are meant to touch. Next, we're going to move on to connecting, and we're just going to do something super basic. Everyone go to their Instagram page and go to the people you're following. Click on that. Underneath that, you're going to see a search bar, and then it's going to say sort by. Right now, it says sort by default. I want you to click the little up and down arrow. It looks like that. Click that little arrow. Let me see if it'll show good. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Can you guys see that? That little up and down arrow right there? You're going to click on that, and you're going to sort it to the people who you've followed the latest, right? So these are people who maybe the people you just now connected with. The first ones should be those, but we're going to work this list and we're going to connect with the new people who we just followed, okay? As well as people who we followed this week, last week. We're going to make some connections with them. So what I like to do is I like to leave genuine comments on a photo that looks like something I would normally comment on. I'm going to like a few pictures, and then I'm going to move on to the next person. Another way that I do this is throughout the day or week, if I find someone's page that I'm like, no, I really want to establish a deeper connection with this person, I'll save one of their photos, and then I will go back and go to their page, and I'll like 3 photos. I'll comment on 2 of them, and then I'll press follow, just to up the chance and opportunity for us to connect, for them to come back to my page and check it out as well. So if you guys don't know how to save someone's photo, if I go to my Instagram right now, there's a little button right there. Hold on. That says save. Do you guys see that little button right there? This side. You can press that button, and when you press it, it's going to say save to collection, and I'll create a collection of just ladies who I want to have more contact with, have more contact more often with from this month, right? So I have a section called August, and I'll put them in there. And that way, when I'm making connections, I can go back to that August section and make sure I'm keeping up with my girls who I think, oh, they would be great for my squad. They're just like me. We have so much in common. So you're going to run across those profiles and you're going to want to keep track of those specific girls. But for now, those of you who don't have that type of section right now, just go to the most recent people that you followed, and we are going to comment on one of their photos, and we're going to like a few of their photos. And we're going to do that just for 5 minutes before we end here. All right, our time has come to a close. So I hope that that helped some newer coaches just establish that routine and just show you what it looks like to actually work your business on Instagram. I personally do not allow myself to scroll my feed. I actually honestly haven't scrolled my feed in a couple years now. I kind of broke that habit because that wastes a lot of time. So just know yourself, see where you're getting distracted, try to eliminate the distractions where you can. I haven't had my Instagram notifications on my actual device in years because I don't want to be notified about people messaging or commenting 24/7 a day. When I go into my Instagram, I'm going in there to work first, and then I can scroll and do whatever, go to my explore page, but my work comes first. And if you guys have extra time at the end of the day or after you finish this, I would say your focus should be responding to new comments on your photos that you have, going ahead and responding to polls on your stories that you created, as well as responding to messages in your DMs. So make sure that you are at least moving your business forward with these activities every single day. And as long as you're talking to people, as long as your Instagram, I like to say, as long as your Instagram DMs are always popping and you always have some new messages in there, you can be pretty sure that you're probably doing the right thing. You're probably moving your business forward because that means you're interacting with people, you're connecting with new people, and you are doing your daily vital behaviors. You're showing up for yourself, you're showing up for your team, you're showing up for your challengers. And just remember to focus on you first. Make sure you fill your cup up first so that you can pour into others. So get that workout in, get your personal development in, and then it's go time. All right, you guys, have an amazing rest of your Tuesday. I'll try to hop in the comments and answer any questions that I did not answer. I see some at the end there. Instagram. My Instagram is at Dr. underscore Alexandria 10K. And that looks like about it. All right, guys, have an amazing rest of your Tuesday. This was so fun. Hope I added some value to you guys.